Hello friends, you're welcome to another session on palmistry, wherein we are talking about various principles of palmistry in scientific light. We have already spoken about connection of brain with the body, thereby inferred as to which hand a palmist should look at, left or right. We also spoke about that a palmist, before analyzing lines on hand, should first identify the specifications, the characteristics, capabilities, capacities, and limitations a person is born with. Thereby, by looking at line, he can identify as to what he has done with those inborn capabilities. For doing that, he has to look at shape, size, and color of palm, finger, and thumb. We have already spoken about palm and thumb. In the same series, today we are going to talk about fingers. And in fingers, first of all, we'll look at bend of fingers. They can be forward bending, straight, or backward bending. If the fingers are backward bending, it indicates adaptive nature of person. It's similar to when the thumb is backward bending. The person is adaptive. Same way, if the fingers are backward bending, then the person is very adaptive, quick learner, very charming, affable. If they are forward bending, then it indicates cowardly nature of the person. Such people are fearful. They are not able to express themselves easily. They take a lot of time to understand new things. Regarding size of fingers, as we have already discussed in the earlier video about shape, size, and color of palm, long finger refers to ability to go into minutest detailing, whereas short finger indicates impulsiveness, dependence on physical power. Now the size of finger versus size of phalanges on the finger. There are 3 phalanges on the finger. As per a study done by Saint Germain, if the finger is divided into 10 parts, then the first phalange, if it is of 2 parts, then it is of normal size. Second phalange, if it is of 3.5 part, then it is of normal size. And the third phalange, if it is of 4.5 part, then it is of normal size. And the first phalange represents spiritual orientation. Second phalange represents, or the middle phalange represents, business orientation. The third phalange, it indicates bodily pleasures, the body orientation, the physical orientation. Now let's talk about various fingers individually. The very first finger next to thumb is known as index finger. It is also called finger of Jupiter because at the base of this finger is mount of Jupiter. We'll talk about various mounts in a separate video, but for now we'll restrict ourselves to fingers only. Now this finger represents authority, desire for power, pride, management capabilities, desire to lead. If somebody wants to show power, then he points this finger towards others. So this is indicating towards power, the authority. Next to index finger is middle finger. It is also known as Saturn finger because at the base of this finger is mount of Saturn. It represents family orientation, solitudeness, desire to live lonely. Next to Saturn finger or middle finger is ring finger, also known as sun finger or Apollo finger, because at the base of this finger is mount of sun. It represents creativity, artistic nature, name, fame. And the last finger is little finger, also known as Mercury finger, because at the base of this finger is mount of Mercury. It represents intelligence, ability to use the knowledge acquired by the person. Normally, middle finger is the largest finger and little finger is the smallest finger. Between index finger and ring finger, they can be of same size, they can have difference also. The person shall have career orientation based on whichever finger is larger or whichever finger is prominent between index finger and ring finger. Suppose index finger is larger compared to the ring finger, then the person shall have orientation towards management. And if ring finger is larger, then the person shall have orientation towards creativity, doing things with his own hand. Let's talk about joints of finger now, or the knots of the finger. If the joints or knots of the fingers are noddy and prominently visible, then it indicates towards mental orientation of the person. Such people are thinker, writers. They spend a lot of time thinking before doing anything. On the other side, if the fingers are smooth, do not have any knots, then such people are impulsive. It indicates towards physical orientation. Let's also talk about gap between the fingers. Many a times you will see that the little finger is projecting outside. It indicates that the person shall have different thinking than the normal family thinking. There will be rebellions to socially and traditionally accepted values. If you see gap between the ring finger and middle finger, then it indicates that the person lives in present. He does not worry too much about past or future. They are jolly people. If you see gap between middle finger and index finger, then it indicates great desire of authority in the person. He'll rebel for authority. Well friends, this is all for today. Hope you would have understood and liked this video. Please do hit like and share button. To ensure that you do not miss out on any of the future videos, please do subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.